The bonds between humans and animals are extraordinary, often rivaling the deep connections we share with each other. In this video, we're going to explore heartwarming reunions between animals and their beloved humans after being apart for a long time. Prepare to be moved by these incredible stories of loyalty, love, and remembrance. Hippos are known to be dangerous and unpredictable, but they can also form deep bonds. This story follows a hippo who, as a week-old calf, was rescued and cared for by a kind-hearted human. Years later, when they meet again, the hippo can't contain its joy, snuffling with excitement at the sight of the person who saved her life. Elephants never forget, especially when it comes to those they love. After being separated for 14 months, a herd of elephants races to reunite with their favorite human. Their excitement is palpable as they surround him with affection, flapping their ears and trumpeting their joy. This reunion shows the depth of emotion that these magnificent creatures are capable of. During their time on duty, a Marine and his military dog formed an unbreakable bond, spending every moment together. 3 years after their service ended, the dog retired, and the Marine decided to adopt him. Their reunion is a powerful testament to the loyalty and love that can develop between a soldier and their canine companion. In a courtroom drama, two people were disputing the ownership of a small dog. The judge made a wise decision. Let the dog choose. When the dog ran straight to one person, it became clear who his true owner was. This story highlights how animals often know exactly where they belong, and it's a heartwarming reminder of the clarity of their love.
Hey, boy. Hey there. Come on, hey, baby boy.
That's all. Take the dog home.
After being apart for 2 years, a time that feels even longer in dog years, Casey the Schnauzer is reunited with her owner. Overwhelmed with joy, Casey actually faints from excitement. Thankfully, she's perfectly fine, just a little too happy to see her human again. This story is a touching reminder of the deep connections our pets have with us. This circus monkey spends most of his life on the road, but during his time in one particular town, he forms a close bond with Miro, a volunteer at a local facility. When it's time for the monkey to leave, he clings tightly to her, not wanting to say goodbye. It's a heart-wrenching moment that shows how even animals who live a transient life can form deep, meaningful relationships. In the chaos of fleeing unrest in Ukraine, one man was forced to leave his dog behind. The separation was heartbreaking, but when they are finally reunited, the dog's ecstatic reaction says it all. The joy and relief in their reunion is a testament to the resilience of love, even in the face of adversity. A woman visiting a shelter in search of a new pet never expected to find the dog she had lost 2 years ago. The moment they recognize each other is filled with joy and disbelief. It's a reminder that sometimes the love we lose comes back to us in the most unexpected ways. After spending months socializing with a pack of wolves, a woman had to leave them behind. When she returned after 2 months, the wolves were overjoyed to see her, welcoming her back into their pack as if no time had passed. This story challenges the stereotype of wolves as bloodthirsty beasts and shows that they, too, are capable of deep, affectionate bonds. Since they were babies, a group of elephants has formed a strong bond with a man who cared for them. Watch as he calls to them from a distance, and they come running, surrounding him with love and protection. This beautiful reunion showcases the incredible intelligence and emotional depth of elephants. When Limani was born with pneumonia, his mother abandoned him. Thankfully, a couple named Tanya and George took him in and raised him as their own. Years later, Limani still remembers their kindness and shows his gratitude every time they meet. It's a moving story of love, rescue, and the lasting bonds formed through care. A chimpanzee found in the wilderness with 7 broken ribs was taken in by a compassionate couple who nursed him back to health. Years later, the chimpanzee still remembers their kindness, and their reunion is filled with joy and gratitude. This story highlights the incredible bonds that can form when we show compassion to those in need. During tough times, a pet store owner had to give up her beloved umbrella cockatoo, Tofu, to a foster home. After months apart, the store was reestablished, and the owner was finally able to take Tofu back home. Their reunion is filled with happiness, highlighting the joy of being reunited with a loved one after a difficult separation. At a kangaroo sanctuary, one kangaroo formed a particularly strong bond with a woman who had saved its life. After being apart for some time, the kangaroo embraces her with affection, showing that even the wildest of animals can express gratitude and love in the most touching ways. Jupiter the lion was rescued from a circus as a newborn after his mother, who had been abused, gave birth. Sent to a Colombian rescue center, he befriended the owner, Julia Torres. Sadly, Jupiter was later taken to a zoo, where he became malnourished and weak. But when he was finally reunited with Julia, the joy was undeniable. This story showcases the lasting impact of love and care, even across species. When Aaron Morris's car was stolen with his beloved dog, Jolene, inside, he feared the worst. Thankfully, Jolene was found abandoned in another state, and their reunion is filled with relief and happiness. Although his car was lost, Aaron got back what was truly most valuable, his loyal companion. This story follows a monkey who bursts into tears when he sees the woman who raised him after years of being apart. The emotional reunion shows that animals, like humans, can feel deep emotions and remember those who have shown them kindness and love. A chimpanzee found in the wilderness with 7 broken ribs was taken in by a compassionate couple who nursed him back to health. Years later, the chimpanzee still remembers their kindness, and their reunion is filled with joy and gratitude. This story highlights the incredible bonds that can form when we show compassion to those in need. After 6 long years of being lost, a small dog miraculously finds his way back to his family. The joy and relief in this reunion are palpable, proving that sometimes love has a way of bringing us back together, no matter how much time has passed. On the 4th of July, a dog named Dora was frightened by fireworks and ran away. Despite weeks of searching, her family couldn't find her and began to lose hope. But after 7 months as a stray, Dora was finally found and reunited with her family. This story is a powerful reminder to never give up hope, even when the odds seem impossible. Quibi the gorilla was raised by a zookeeper named Damien before being released into the wild. 5 years later, Damien returned to Africa to check on his old friend, not knowing if Quibi would remember him. To his surprise, the gorilla was so happy to see him that he didn't want to let go. This unforgettable reunion shows the lasting bonds that can form between humans and animals, even after years apart. Chiara, a lioness, was raised by a man named Adolfo, who rescued and rehabilitated her in his wildlife sanctuary. After being moved to a larger facility, years passed before they were reunited. But when they finally met again, Chiara still remembered the kindness Adolfo had shown her as a cub. This story is a touching reminder of how love and care can leave a lasting impression, even in the wildest of hearts. If you enjoyed these stories and want to see more amazing content, be sure to check out our other videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.